guys, Denny Chapman here. We're at the range practicing what's called transitions. Transitioning is when you're literally moving back and forth with your sight picture between targets. So, when do you transition? You transition in competition, multiple targets. You have to go right to left to right, who knows where. Hunting situations, you may have to transition with a moving target. Maybe you have multiple targets in hunting. And obviously there may be a practical self-defense scenario when you have more than one adversary that is threatening your life, that you may choose to engage and have to transition between two bad guys as well. So when we are transitioning, I want to throw another term at you called plane of vision. Let's do a little gun safety here, make sure I'm unloaded. Always check twice visually and physically. No magazine, empty chamber, magazine's out. Chamber is empty. I want to be a good example to you guys as well. Your eye's always going to be faster than your hand. So you want to bring that dot into that plane of vision, that laser beam from your eye to the target. I'm not going to follow my dot up. I want my dot to come up into that plane of vision. Likewise, when I transition, when I'm actually moving to a target, my eye acquires the target before my red dot. I'm not going to follow my red dot to the target. I can do that, but that's really, really slow. So with practice, you can actually look to the target and have that red dot appear in that sight picture. And that's the way it's supposed to be. So guys, if you know you have a set transition coming up, this is a course of fire that we just sort of dreamed up here, and I've got 5 targets, and my targets are this far apart, my outside targets. I know this is my transition from left to right or right to left. So I'm going to square up on the center target here, and I'm going to know I have a really nice gentle swing. But check this out. If I've got a target way over in that corner and way over in that corner, I don't want to set up and square up here, because that makes this shot really kind of awkward and hard and really affects my balance. Likewise, if I've got a target here, I don't want to square up to that target knowing I'm going to have to swing here, and my balance is not quite proper for that either. So if you know you have a set transition, or you anticipate having to transition from this point to this point, I would suggest put your feet shoulder width apart, and then just a little bit more. And if you just bend your knees just a little bit, you'll find it's very easy just to twist at the waist and hips here and transition between targets. So your foundation, your feet are very important when transitioning. So how do you train for transitions? I'm lucky because I have access to this range. I have 180 degrees I can shoot here, but not everybody's that lucky. You know, most public ranges don't even allow you to draw from the holster, much less shoot outside of your shooting lane. You can actually master a lot of these transition skills at home with dry fire. So essentially, by the time you come to the range, you've mastered that part of it. Now you're just going to handle the recoil and the actual live fire sight picture. So at home, you can essentially put targets up around your house. Obviously, guys, gun safety is extremely important. Make sure you're always using an unloaded gun. Always check twice. You can never be safe enough. But dry fire is essential to becoming a good pistol marksman, and you can practice those transitions dry firing at home in your house. And please don't, make sure your background is safe. Make sure you don't have pets, family members, other folks running around that you're going to be pointing guns at. Remember those 4 cardinal rules of gun safety, very important. But dry fire, guys, dry fire at home, in the corners, at the walls. And by the time you get to the range, make sure your gun is following your eye, not your eye following the gun. And I think you can master that transitioning drill very well. I urge everybody, get your dry fire reps in, get your live fire reps in, get your transitions down pat. Now watch us drive. That was terrible.